would help. Okay. Got one waiting. Let's see if anybody else shows up here. I wanted to do a test to make sure after the issue on the last couple of Sundays, things were acting up pretty bad. I think now I've got the settings good. Just see if we get anybody else join in here. Hello there, Marie. Gonna do a little test run here, cover a few things. Been working on the settings here got quite a few hours in on it, but I'm pretty sure I got everything straightened out after these last 2 Sundays. They were pretty rough and pretty frustrating, but I think we're good to go now. And everything looks good. Maybe we might get a couple more people on here. I know this is unannounced, but it's all good, except for the country. And it's not good. Okay, I gotta bring up my studio here. There's just so much going on, you pay attention. Let's see what we got here. So we had 2 pilots. We lost 2 pilots, 2 young guys, prime of their life. Sad ending in New York. LaGuardia Airport. I'm sure you've seen the news. It hit the fire truck at 100 miles an hour. So apparently one of the stewardesses was strapped in her chair and she was thrown 100 feet from the plane. I haven't heard any more about how she's doing. All in all, it's sad. It's too bad that the Liberals have made it political, how they're attacking the CEO because he was unilingual in his address, but that's mainly because he's not comfortable with his command of the French language. So they've created an issue out of it, and it's just a deflection. And Teddy, priorities, eh? Yes. And Marie ashamed of Canada again. No kidding. It's terrible. I mean, the U.S. administration has discovered one of the companies in Canada that's been feeding money to Hezbollah to support their destruction. Who knows what else is going on? It's so much cover up here. It's one thing after another. The flowers crack on here too. So Carney is deflecting. This deal about the bilingualism that they're pushing here on this issue with the pilots, it's really it's really discrediting to the Liberal Party and anybody else playing that game, like the media. So when you think about it, if you look at, according to Grok, which I have some faith in because it got my settings properly for me on my live stream, so some things are right. Some people asked Grok the question that does the CEO of Air Canada, is the CEO required by law to be bilingual? And Grok says no. But the Governor General is, and she's not bilingual. Carney's handpicked Governor General. They're calling for the CEO to be fired of Air Canada. I don't think we should be calling, I think some people already are, for the Governor General to be fired out of that cushy position where she's rolling in the dough. Carney so far, I guess, in 1 year, I'm not exact sure on the number, but I know I'm in the ballpark, $770,000 on in-air meals. So as he's flying around the world, spending $770,000 on in-flight meals. I'd say it's a little extravagant myself. He's right up there with Trudeau. I mean, Trudeau was ridiculous. Actually, he had two planes. He had one for the bar and then the other one for the meals. And of course, the media, I think they were in the bar plane, right? Probably having a big party. And Trudeau was doing the same in his plane. So I don't think Carney's got the two planes now. I think he's just using one. It's hard to keep up, isn't it? The Bill C-9 passed in the House, third reading yesterday. I don't have the numbers on me. I think it was 184 for Bill C-9 and 140 against. Pretty close numbers, something like that. So it was the Liberals and the Bloc. And the Bloc should not have any say in bills being passed in Canada. They're a separatist party. They have no right to be deciding for the rest of the country what they want, because they want to break the country up. So how come they got a say in Parliament? Especially on big issues like this, censorship bills. Bloc likes that. Bloc demanding that the CEO of Air Canada be fired. That's another issue they shouldn't have any say in. So there's this one here. The corruption is so much as you can't keep up. I'm just looking here. Liberal loan carried easy terms. This is to a brother of a former Liberal cabinet minister in Nova Scotia. That would have been Scott Bryson, who left to spend more time with his husband. Just saying. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's a Liberal thing. The Liberals voted against four, I think it was. Pretty sure it was four conservative bills they put forward. One was this one here that Michelle Rumpel-Garner posted, wanted to get through. Liberals voted against my bill to stop judges from giving lenient sentences to non-citizens convicted of serious crimes like sex charges in order to allow them to avoid deportation. God forgive them. So it was defeated at the second reading. You know, you can't be mean to those criminals, right? I mean, criminals deserve a break with the Liberal government, so they're getting it. There's this is interesting. This is came out 3 hours ago. This is from Table Salt. Yeah, the EU is going to start deporting. That's great. I wonder how Carney's going to manage that one. He's a big EU fan. Wants Canada to join the EU. I think we should start deporting right at the top of the chain, starting with Carney. Find where that Trudeau's hiding and get him out of here too. The Table Salt. Breaking: Dana White, president of the UFC, has offered to pay for Tumbler Ridge shooting victim Maya Gabella's medical bills in a world-class hospital in LA and for housing. And he put Maya's name in the UFC ring. Thank you, Dana. Says some news we had waited to share pending circumstances. After a week of being in the ICU, we were contacted by the president of the UFC, Dana White. He offered Maya full paid medical in one of the world's most top-tier hospitals in LA, California. Edit. He has also offered to pay for a place to stay. It's incredible, really. I would never have thought this is where this would go. I'm finally excited to see her become the best version of who she came through all this. For anyone who watches UFC, they put my babe's name in the ring. Super cool. I think that's great. Sometimes you get good news, right? Not a lot, but you do. And that's amazing. And she sure needs it. And she's not going to get it in Canada, that's for sure. she's lucky she's still clinging on to life in this country, because we don't have a medical system anymore. We have maybe first aid if you wait long enough. So, everybody's hammering Carney, and they should. Going back to this again, because this is what we're getting in this country, and it is disgusting. This piece of crap here. And that's exactly what he is. I think he stepped in a big pile this time, because I think this is going to bite him right in the butt. Hang on. I need audio on this. Oh boy. Well, it's worth a try, because maybe my speakers aren't working now. No, I'd have to go into settings. So I'll look at the settings. This is a trial run, like I say, because everything's changed. And it looks like I'm streaming okay. It's not breaking up. I have to go to sound settings. Try this. There it is. Wasn't too bad. Bring this up again. Go with this. Here's the evil con man here speaking. Disgusting.
We live, as I just said, in a bilingual country. We proudly live in a bilingual country. And companies like Air Canada particularly have a responsibility to always communicate in both official languages, regardless of the situation. I'm very disappointed in, as others are, rightly so, in this unilingual message of the CEO of Air Canada. It doesn't matter the circumstance, but particularly in these circumstances, a lack of judgment, a lack of compassion. And as you know, the Committee of Official Languages has summoned the CEO to appear before it. I will follow his comments closely, and comments which I would expect in due course from the Board of Directors.
Yeah, Marie, you're right about Quebec. I've been through there lots. Their road signs are in French. Construction signs are in French. Everything's in French. You don't know if you don't understand French, you just got to wing it. You got to follow the ones in front of you pretty much, and hopefully you're going the same direction you're going, because it's pretty tricky getting through there. They're hypocrites. There should have been a referendum years ago on Quebec, whether we want Quebec to stay or not. They were so eager to leave. Why didn't we just give them the boot? Say, get out. We wouldn't be dealing with a lot of this stuff. 18%, I think I seen somewhere are in Canada are bilingual. I guarantee you a lot of Quebec isn't bilingual. So that's just another sore spot. And this greasy worm here, Carney, he's pretty, well, he's very dirty. I mean, what else was I going to say here about this clown? Anyways, Trudeau trashed it, the country. Carney's in here to clean up, take what he can, and get out of here. So, but the people love him enough to keep him in there. Enough people do. And they will deny that he's doing anything wrong. Because he sure is a lot better than that other guy. That's what I keep hearing. I go, oh, really? Okay. Well, good. We're in good hands then, huh? See about another few months and see where we're at. Let's see. Like I say, there's just no end to it. I'm going to save you. I'm not going to put Squeaky Champagne on there because I can't stand to listen to him. He's just an obnoxious little weasel. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Ezra Levant, speaking of Carney, Ezra's doing a third party for the riding in Quebec terror bomb so that he can have his truck there with his display with all the video on it. And all of a sudden, Carney sicked the Revenue Canada onto Ezra to do an audit on his third party, trying to shut him down before he can get set up to go in there and do his third party thing. This is total control. This is communism. I just seen again somebody else said out in British Columbia that the Chinese military are sitting on Canadian military equipment. What are they doing here with that? And what's going on with the Chinese police? You know, that's all top secret. We're not allowed to know what's going on with Chinese police stations here, and a lot of diaspora communities are pretty fed up with this government. But if he gets his majority, we're stuck with him. So this I gotta show you this. I had it out with this piece of crap on here, and he is just one stinking loser. This Slapinski guy, what a piece of garbage. Mark Slapinski. And this is from the 25th of March. Today was a good day. Why? Because Charlie Kirk is still dead. This Daisy Media 13 hours ago. This guy is scum, I guess. Stop interacting with him. He's worse than Laura Babcock, and that's saying a lot. Block, mute, don't engage. I've kicked him to the curb quite a while ago. I'm surprised that he still has followers. This guy is human trash. Hooray, longest ballot attacking that writing as well. Yes, all the dirty tricks are coming out. So they're scared to death. They're not going to get that. They need that writing bad. They're going to do anything in their power to get it. I mean, this just goes on and on. Here's another one here. Talk about disgusting. Here's another liberal. This is short. It's 19 seconds. I'm not going to punish it too much here.
One of the things that keeps me up at night is that I don't fear that Canada will somehow suffer its downfall at the hands of a dictator on the other side of the world. I fear that the threat is far closer to home. It will be some future government empowered by an erosion of our rights today and empowered by an erosion of our institutions today. One of the things...
You see, no, the danger now is these guys. They're in power. It's not a future government. It's not a foreign government. It's these imposters we have in Ottawa right now. That is the problem. That is the danger to Canada. They're dismantling this country as quick as they can because they don't want to go through another election. They just want to stay in power. Murray D says, maybe I'm old-fashioned. When did it become acceptable for a prime minister to stand up and lie to the House and people of Canada? A shame. Well, it got quite popular with Trudeau. And when Carney stood up and said, we're in the best financial shape that we've been in decades. That's what he said yesterday. There's no way that we're in good shape. They're destroying the country. And he says, oh, no, look, everything's good. We're just doing wonders. So, that all being said, we're in big trouble. Just look at my stream health. It's all good, so. So far, the test is doing okay. And we have Not too bad for being unannounced. I'm gonna look at a couple more things here while I'm on here. Not sure what that one was all about. Oh, I see the territories now, the three Nunavut, Yukon, and Northwest Territories. They want to get an exemption from the gun grab. Yeah, because they're special. So they figure they can get an exemption. If they get an exemption, boy, is it going to hit the fan. It's in court now, or in the Supreme Court coming up. CCFR's on it, another outfit on it too, plus the EMA, the Liberals Emergency Measures Act. They're appealing that to the Supreme Court. Probably going to fail, I would hope. It seems a little bit suspicious, doesn't it? When the government wants to grab your firearms, want to censor you, they want to crush the ruling on the Emergency Measures Act so they can use that. So Marie, the SEC is stacked. Remember Mr. Montague? Yeah. That's the couple of things that Harper failed on. The Supreme Court and the Senate. They're stacked. But all in all, I don't think it's going to look pretty bad on them that they overrule the other two judges. I'm not saying they care about that because, like you say, it's full of liberals. We'll see what happens with these. If the territories get an exemption, that would not surprise me in the least. But the thing is, there's not enough votes there, so they probably won't go that route. I mean, yeah. But we have we have a meme. We have a meme. I just want to show you here. Thanks, liberals. C9 took our words, so this is our hello from 2040. Oh, these poor kids. The poor kids, the future is so grim for them. And they're going to be blaming people who came before them. Their parents. These poor kids, it's their parents too that are keeping them in because they're too oblivious to realize that he's destroying their kids' future. Terrible. It's terrible. Just like the Democrats in the U.S. There's, what else did I see on here? Okay, let's take a look at this one. This, Brian Lilly reposted this. Although he's too late. It's too late. Too late.
Hello, friends. Free speech is a core value of Western civilization. We need to stop Bill C9. Bill C9 is designed by the liberal government to limit your speech. If Toronto Police Hate Crime Unit's officer Farah Hanali is involved with sex scandal, if several Toronto police officers have ties with criminal, if Montreal police say to Jewish students in McGill University that your presence is problem, if RCMP or CSIS receive advice from Muslim Brotherhood linked organization, it doesn't mean that we need additional law. Attacking to places of worship, shooting to synagogue, breaking the windows, attacking to the Jewish hospital, blocking the major street in downtown Toronto, in downtown Vancouver, already are illegal. Let me be clear. I came here as a Muslim refugee. In Iran, under the Sharia law, I was political prisoner. What was my crime? I used the speech the supreme loser of the regime, Ali Khamenei, didn't like. Whatever you talk, liberal government, Mark Carney, Justin Trudeau, they're gonna label you as a hate speech. They will come after you, calling you Islamophobe, calling you racist, without any specific definition. If you lose free speech, you will lose everything. This is a time we need to stand up for our free speech. We need to stand up for Canada. If this bill passes, I can say that Canada will be another Islamic republic. But good news, I did not let IRGC terrorists to limit my speech in Iran, and I won't let liberals limit my speech here in Canada. Wait.
Yeah, that doesn't send chills down your spine. I don't know what will. Like I say, we're done. These idiots put him back in. They fell for the trap that they set, dropping Carney in, using Trump as a beating post or whatever. It's they got away with it. You got to give them credit. They pulled it off. So, so far, anyways. And the backroom deals to get 4 opposition MPs to cross and join them. Bit of that never hurts, does it, right? You know, there's something going on there. I don't know what's showing up with this with Ryan Garrett's. Oh, I see what he did here. Okay. Ryan Garrettson, he did a little edit. Part of the statement from Michael Rousseau, President and Chief Executive Officer of Air Canada, I highlighted the part that needs editing. It should have said, I'm deeply saddened by the politicians and mainstream media that my inability to speak French has diverted attention from my profound grief of the families and the great resilience of Air Canada's employees. So he said, I want to reiterate my deepest condolences to the families of the Jazz captain and first officer who tragically lost their lives, and recognize the profound impact this accident has had on our employees and customers. Air Canada is cooperating fully with U.S. and Canadian authorities in the investigation. As President and Chief Executive Officer of Air Canada, it is my duty to support those affected by this tragedy. I'm deeply saddened. Oh, okay, that was put in there, I guess. But despite lessons over several years, unfortunately, I'm still unable to express myself in French. 600 hours, apparently. 600 hours this guy's put into learning French. And he hasn't got it down. And the older you are, the harder it is to pick up a second language. Just ask the Governor General, Mary Simon. She'll tell you. She's got no 600 hours in. She had no intentions of learning how to speak French. She was appointed by Carney. So the gentleman there from Iran, he nailed it. He knows where we're at. So, you know, we're there. You know, I don't see any way out of it myself. I think things are going to light up. So, you know, Jason Kenney, I got not much respect for Jason Kenney, but he did put this out anyways. I await Governor General Mary Simon's condolence video in French. Why do the Liberals hold the CEO of Air Canada to a higher standard of bilingualism than their own appointee as Governor General, who hasn't learned French after 4 years in the role? To be honest, I would rather have the CEO of our flagship carrier focusing his scarce time on safety and reliability than language training. But no, they've got to deflect from the mess they're in. I can't keep up. The scandals and the corruption. I mean, I thought Trudeau was bad, but Mike, Carney's way worse. Of course, then again, he was an advisor, so he was coaching. And this one here is good news. I know that it's pretty hard to find good news, but I think if this takes place, this is going to be a blast. It's going to be fun to watch. Nick Shirley coming to Canada. American investigator Nick Shirley just signaled he wants to bring his lens to the Great White North to expose taxpayer fraud. Why this matters? Well, it's the $26 billion spent on consultants, the $113,000 scholarships for international students, or the missing billions in the green transition. Canadians are tired of being told to trust the process while their bank accounts are drained. We don't need more press releases from Mark Carney. We need someone to actually look at the receipts. Would you welcome a Nick Shirley investigation into Ottawa's spending? Oh, we sure would. Yeah, let's hope this happens. Would anything come of it? They'll just stand up in the House of Commons and say, well, why doesn't Pierre have his security clearance? You know, like, well, we didn't ask you that. We asked you about the scandals. No, if Pierre had his security clearance, then he could explain, right? He would see what's going on, and there's nothing wrong with it. We're doing everything right. That's their go-to line, right? And they know that once he's got it, he's been muzzled. Let's do one more video here anyways, for sure. I haven't seen this one, so it looks like it might be interesting. It's 5 minutes long. Take a quick look at it here.
Wow. The race to replace Justin Trudeau has begun. It hasn't been this exciting in years on Canada.
Our times are anything but ordinary.
This is what they want to focus on when we've got highs in cost of living, taxes, and looming tariffs. The obvious frontrunner for the Liberal leadership is Mark Carney. So maybe we should learn a little bit about this guy because he wants to be Prime Minister. He thinks he was destined to be Prime Minister, and he wants to do this without a single vote ever being cast for him, except by members of the Liberal Party.
We need to use effectively a shadow carbon price, meaning that you map into a representative carbon price. Society is putting tremendous value on achieving net zero. So the companies and those who invest in them and lend to them, who are part of the solution, will be rewarded. But those who are lagging behind and are still part of the problem will be punished.
This guy is telling us that he should be Prime Minister, and he's using his record as Governor of Bank of England as to why we should just hand over the keys to 24 Sussex to him.
Okay, obviously this is an older video, but people never paid attention back then, did they?
An economic savior like he has. Now, if you were to compare Mark Carney's record, especially starting in 2015 when Justin Trudeau took over, you would see the exact same rise in taxes, the exact same rise in inflation, and the exact same reduction in ability for people to afford food, groceries, things like that. And there's something really interesting here. Mark Carney left the Bank of England in 2020. What started happening in Canada intensely when Mark Carney left the Bank of England? we started to experience the exact same thing that the British started to experience.
Following a developing story out of Ottawa, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau tapping former Bank of Canada Governor Mark Carney to help craft a plan for Canada's economic recovery. That's all according to B&M Bloomberg.
If you look at the graph of how things started and how things ended when he started advising the Liberals, things went to hell in a handbasket economically. Way higher taxes, super high inflation, and cost of living went way up. It's also part of why we're paying $6 for a head of lettuce here in Canada. Not only that, he's surrounding himself by everybody that Justin Trudeau surrounded himself with.
I've been following his career for many years. We've worked together at the United Nations together, so I've known him and I trust him and I have great faith in his abilities.
You can guarantee one thing. Mark Carney believes that he knows how to spend your money better than you do, just like Justin Trudeau believes. You can also bet that when Mark Carney gets the opportunity, he's going to raise your taxes one more time.
Now, so far, carbon prices have been applied sparingly. They've been set far too low, in the single digits on average globally, well short of the estimated $80 to $100 a ton needed by the end of this decade to keep us on track to net zero.
Just like he was in favor of raising the carbon tax time after time after time. He may be trying to run away from that now, but we all know he was in favor of it just until a couple of months ago when the polls went bad. To be so fervent in your belief in the carbon tax and then to all of a sudden do this 180 because you're running for Liberal leadership and people don't like the tax, it just shows you have the integrity of a wet noodle. That's not what Canadians need. The good news is that March 24th, we are coming back, and we as Conservatives are determined and united to bring down this government and bring about an election as soon as possible so that we can do something that you haven't seen in 10 years. Put you back in control of your life.
Now, the thing is, okay, that's good to look back at recent history. What he was saying is true. It all came to fruition, right? So people believed him, and the 51st state come along. The 51st state just wouldn't stop, just kept with it, and here we are. He's going to steal his majority. What got maybe if we get an investigation into all the fraud, but I mean, look what Trudeau got away with. You know, everything just runs off them. See, Rebel News got a petition out now to try to get Laurie Idload fired. Good luck. Nice to try, but so these are the four bills that the Liberals squashed. Four Conservative bills. Liberals didn't want anything to do with them. Melissa Lantzman, this is from yesterday. Today, the Liberals voted down four Conservative justice bills. Every single one of these bills had a straightforward purpose: protect Canadians, respect victims. The Liberals said no to all of them. Consecutive sentences for sex predators? Nope, they didn't want that. Deportation for serious crimes? No, can't do that. Ending annual parole hearings for, those ones that take people out? No. And the Jail Not Bail Act? No, they didn't want anything to do with that. No, everything's good. That's all good. We can't bother the criminals. No, they're Canadians too. Well, some, not all. Those ones get special rights, eh? Oh boy, here's one I haven't seen. Well, let's take a look at it. On the Telegraph, by the time he left office, Carney had created a mess which his successors have struggled to clear up. Inflation spiked to a peak of 11.1% in the UK compared to 5.2% in France or 8% in Italy. Hardly a country known for controlling prices effectively. No. largely because the bank had printed too much money. Huh. Huh. Imagine that. What's going on here now? Looks like it, doesn't it? Yeah. Uh-oh. Well, here's another one on it that Nick Shirley, U.S. investigator Nick Shirley, just confirmed Canada is his next target. This is getting interesting. While the adults in the room are vacationing in Rome, an American YouTuber is about to do the auditing they've been dodging for a year. The hit list for Nick, the $26 billion consultant bill, the $1.9 million $1.9 million expiring visas, with zero exit tracking, the indigenous shell company scams revealed this morning. The world is watching. Let's see how principled this government is under a real lens. Yeah, these scandals here with Carney are piling up. And don't forget Catherine McKenna with the infrastructure, billions. I forget how much. I think it was over 100 billion missing. Whoopsie. I don't know where it went. Oops. No big deal. Oh, by the way, I'm resigning. If you say it loud enough and long enough, people will totally believe it. I got that clip saved. I'm going to have to play that more. How come she's not in prison? How come she's not investigated? Hey, Shirley, Nick Shirley, check out McKenna. You want to have a good time for investigation? Go after her. She might be a private citizen now, but she wasn't when the money went missing. So, yeah. Just wait till Carney gets his majority government. We're so screwed. Hey, here's some money going out the door and down the toilet. Gay pride leaders say they need $9 million from the Liberals to fund the parades. Well, Carney will be right on that. Maybe Grand Master probably, just like Trudeau was. Out front, all the naked men. So that's our new Canada. That's our new government. It's not a new government. It's the same government. That's a lie. He lies every day because he says it's a new government. That's a lie. Every day he says that. Everything he says is a lie. He is a compulsive liar. I'll probably get in trouble for that, but I don't care because that's what he is. You call it what it is. Totally disgusting. They have no morals whatsoever. And when one gets caught lying, the rest stand up and support the liar. It's not just Carney. It's the whole party. But hey, at least it's not that other guy. That's the way the Liberals deal with it. Yeah, well, he's a lot better than that other guy. So, and Bloc Quebec, well, they voted in favor of that censorship bill, right? I already said that earlier, but yeah. It's, the ship is sinking fast. We're up to our necks. We're going down. Oh. Yeah, we're in this is put up by Mark Nixon. And I agree with Mark Nixon on this. And you probably will too. Bring this up a little bigger if I can. This is in the UK. This is what it's going to be like when C9 gets passed through the Senate. So this is the UK, and their hate speech bill or law.
Get on, boys. Chill out. Get up there, man. Get on, Isaacson. Get up there. Get up there, Isaac, man, my lad. Get up. Here, move that gas away from me now. Move the gas. Get up there. Go on, children. Get on, boys.
Oh, he posted a nasty meme they didn't like. So they're going to make him pay for it. Because they made room in the jails for people like that. They let those other criminals out, so they made sure there's enough room for these meme posters and people that say things that the government doesn't like. Remember that little clip from the fellow from Iran and his warning? It's here, folks. It's here now. That's why I'm trying my best with Starlink, because it's US. I won't be tied into the internet in Canada. And with a VPN and Starlink, it's about the best a person can do to break away from the system. It's pretty bad. And you try to do a stream or video or something, and you gotta worry about getting a knock on the door because you didn't praise all hail the new king, King Carney, with his new kingdom of Canada. I think he was over getting his crown fitted when he was talking to Prince Charles, or picking one out. Got to have a maple leaf on it, right? Speaking of maple leaves and Canadian, I see Costco now, their maple syrup is halal. It's got a halal sticker on the can now, on the jug rather. Why does maple syrup have to be halal? Why does anything have to be halal? It's because we've got a liberal government. I don't know if the conservatives will touch that one either, because they're scared. They want those Muslim votes, even though they don't get them. They'll run around and dress up. They got to cut that crap out. It's not doing anything for them. It's a problem with conservatives. They start to do good and they shoot themselves in the foot trying to get liberal votes. You're not going to get liberal votes. They don't need that. They're not going to get liberal votes. Liberals won't vote conservative. CBC tells them not to. So, whatever CBC says, they get on there for their programming every night, watch that news. Let's see. I don't know anything about this one. Okay. Covered quite a bit of stuff here. Okay, I'll put this one on here for you. This is from Wiretap Media. It's another short clip. Riddle me this, Batman. What's going on here? It's not the Riddler.
I came in my class and everyone was so kind and so welcoming. So
7 years later, Mandela has earned his diploma in marketing at the UQAM. He applied for his post-graduation work visa. He thought it would be a technicality.
So I went to see my roommate. I was like, oh my God, go get the champagne, get a pop the bottle. I got accepted. And I opened the letter. I dropped my phone, and yeah, no, it was the worst night I couldn't sleep all night.
Mandela's work visa was denied on the grounds he failed the language test. French is his mother tongue, but he figured he'd do the English test given he passed it with flying color at the UQAM.
And in my program at UQAM, I had to pass an English test to have my diploma because it was a requirement to have the diploma. So I did that. I did the English test.
Unfortunately for Mandela, the English exam at the UQAM is not recognized by Canada's Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Department, which led to the rejection of his application.
So, okay, I think the guy spoke pretty good English myself. And so he's fluent in French. Seems funny. There's something up with that because I don't understand how he couldn't pass English. He aced it wherever he took that course. But yet, in the government, who knows what they're up to. Nothing they do makes sense anyway. So, what is this? Oh boy, here's one. This is where we're going. This is where we're at, folks. This is where we're heading. Now this is made in this video here is in the future Canada. Okay, I'll just say that it's the future Canada. It's another country right now, but it's kind of what Canada's going to be, right? This is Carney's new government, new Canada. Wait till Xi Jinping comes in and takes his place. Maybe after 3 more years, Carney will just give it up to Xi Jinping and be done with us. Just like the RCMP, they always get their man. It kind of looks like the Freedom Convoy, doesn't it? It brings back, it's not funny, it brings back memories of the Freedom Convoy, yeah. Like I say, that's the future of Canada. Those are the future stormtroopers that are coming in. They get the police stations. And the opposition party now is trying to get the details of the agreement that was signed with the communist police force to share security information in Canada. They want our security information. So pretty soon they'll just bring in their own police, right? They already have, but I mean in big numbers, right? I mean, you need those big numbers like that, right? Then they don't have to worry about the Emergency Measures Act again, do they? They just say, hey, go get those people that are speaking out, drag them into court so we can sentence them today. They don't need no stinking lawyer. We got a room for them. We'll lock them up. I always said we were heading into communism with Justin Trudeau, with Myers, the RCM, well, the RCMP too, but the Chinese Communist Party. So, Ahmed Hassan wants Canada to recognize the Arab Heritage Month. Of course he does. How do we preserve Canadian culture with Arab Heritage Month? The answer: Canadians need to learn about Arab culture. Then CISA is going to crack down on the foreign interference in the House Commons. They're not. CISA and RCMP, they won't touch the government. That's what we're stuck with. Well, yeah. Okay. Anyways, I would say that was a successful test run. No freeze ups, no buffering. Finally got everything figured out. Should be good for Sunday. Because I'm not changing any settings. That's the way it is. So, right on, folks. Thank you for joining in. No notice. Appreciate it. We're going to be good to go. I'm still showing excellent stream health, so I love it. This is Thursday. We got another couple of days, so there'll be no shortage of stuff to look at. So I don't know what's going on in the house today. I have a hard job looking at it, so I just can't listen to them get up there with their song and dance. Okay, folks, I will say bye for now. God bless. Enjoy the rest of the week. Thank you.